Hi ma'am, good morning. So I am Regin Sabuero from BS Criminology 1X. So today I will be reciting the 75 definition of terms in criminal justice system from chapter 1 to 5. So let's start. Number 1, Criminal Justice System or CGS is a legal process of linking the law enforcement, prosecution, courts, corrections, and community to have an integrated scheme of investigating and preventing crimes with the ultimate purpose of promoting justice. Number 2, Justice. Justice is a rendering what is due or merited, and that which is due or merited. Number 3, Discretion. Discretion is the ability to act according to one's own judgment and conscience. Number 4, Resource Dependence. Criminal justice agencies generally do not generate their own resources, operating funds, staff, and equipments, but depends on others for them. Therefore, criminal justice actors like police chief, prosecutors, and judges frequently must cultivate and maintain good relationship with people responsible for the allocation of resources. Number 5, Sequential Task. Decision in the criminal justice officials made in particular sequence. The police must take an arrest before defendants are passed to prosecutors. Officials can achieve their objectives by acting out of sequence. Number 6, filtering or screen. The criminal justice system may be viewed as filtering process through which cases are screened. Number 7, law enforcement pillar. The first pillar consists mainly of the Philippine National Police or the PNP. The work of the PNP is the prevention and control of crimes, enforcement of laws, and effecting the arrest of offenders, including the conduct of lawful searches and seizures, to gather necessary evidences so that the complaint may be filed to prosecutor's office. Number 8, prosecution pillar. The second pillar takes care of the investigation of the complaint. Number 9, courts pillar. The third pillar of the CGS is the forum where the prosecution is given the opportunity to prove that there is a strong evidence of guilt against the accused. Number 10, correction pillar. The fourth pillar takes over once the accused, after having been found guilty, is meted out the penalty for the crime he committed. Number 11, community pillar. The fifth pillar has twofold rules. First, it has the responsibility to participate in the law enforcement activities by being partners of peace officers in reporting crime incident and helping in the arrest of offenders. Second, it has the responsibility to participate in promoting peace and orders through crime prevention or deterrence and the rehabilitation of convicts to their reintegration to society. Number 12, the Philippine government. The Philippines is a republic with the presidential form of government wherein power is equally divided among its three branches, executive, legislative, and judicial. One basic corollary in the presidential system of government is the principle of separation of powers wherein legislation belongs to Congress, execution belongs to executive, and settlement of legal controversies to the judiciary. Number 13, legislative branch. It is authorized to make laws, alter and repeal them with the power vested in the Philippine Congress. This institution is divided into the Senate and the House of Representatives. Number 14, executive branch. It carries out laws. It is composed of the president and the vice president who are elected by direct popular vote and serve a term of 6 years. Number 15, judicial branch. It evaluates laws. It holds the power to settle controversies involving rights that are legally demandable and enforceable. Number 16, Legislative Department. The legislative branch enacts legislation, confirms or rejects presidential appointments, and has the authority to declare war. This branch includes Senate and the House of Representatives and several agencies that provide support services to the Congress. Number 17. Senate. The Senate shall be composed of 24 senators who shall be elected at large by the qualified voters in the Philippines as may be provided by the law. Number 18. House of Representatives. The House of Representatives shall be composed of not more than 250 members unless fixed by the law. Number 19. Executive Department. The executive branch carries out and enforces laws. It includes the President, the Vice President, the Cabinet, executive departments, independent agencies, and other boards, commissions, and committees. Number 20. President. The President leads the country. The President is the head of the state, the leader of the national government, and the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces of the Philippines, and serve a term of 6 years and cannot be re-elected. Number 21. The Vice President. The Vice President supports the President. If the President is unable to serve, the Vice President becomes the President and serve a term of 6 years. Number 22. The Cabinet. Cabinet members serves as an advisors to the President. Number 23. Judicial Department. The judicial branch interprets the meanings of laws, apply the laws to the individual cases, and decides if the laws violated to the Constitution. Number 24. Republic Act Number 7160. It is an act providing the Local Government Code of 1991. Number 25. Presidential Decree Number 1508. It is a katarungang pambarangay law. Number 26. Arrest. It is the taking a person into custody in order that he may be bound to answer for the commissions of an offense. 27. Warrant of arrest. It is a legal process issued by a competent authority directing the arrest of a person or persons upon ground stated therein. 28. Warrantless arrest. An arrest may be effective with or without warrant. 29. Doctrine of flagrante delicto. When in his presence, the persons to be arrested has committed, is committing, or is attempting to commit of an offense. 30. Miranda rights. It stems from the landmark decisions of the United States Supreme Court in Miranda v. Arizona. 31. Prosecution. It is a legal process or method by which an accusation is brought to the court. 32. Complaint. It is a sworn written statement charging a person with an offense, subscribed with offended party or any peace officers, charge enforcement with the law violated. 33. Information. An information is an accusation in writing charging a person with an offense, subscribed by the fiscal and filed with the court. 34. Detention. It is an act restraining one's own liberty. 35. Court. It is a body to which public administration of justice is delegated. 36. Venue. It refers to a place where the case shall be heard, tried, and decided. 37. Jurisdiction. It has the power and authority of a court to hear, try, and decide a case. 38. General jurisdiction. When the court is empowered to decide all disputes that may come before it, those assigned to other courts. 39. Limited jurisdiction. When the court has the authority to hear and determine only a few specified cases. 40. Original jurisdiction. When it can try to decide a case presented for the first time. 41. Appellate jurisdiction. When it can try a case already heard and decided at the lower court removed from the latter by appeal. 42. Exclusive jurisdiction. When it can try and decide a case that is not presented to any other court. 43. Concurrent jurisdiction. When any of two or more courts may take cognizance of a case. 44. Criminal jurisdiction. It is to take a case where there is a punishment provided by the law. 45. Civil jurisdiction. It exists between the subject matter is not of criminal nature. 46. Regular courts. This refers to those courts that is authorized to engage in the general administration of justice. 47. Special courts. This refers to tribunals that have a limited jurisdiction over a certain types of cases or controversies. 48. The Quran. It is the primary element of Sharia law. It is the final arbitrator and there is no other appeal. 49. The Sunnah. It is the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad, not explicitly found in the Quran. 50. The Ijma. It is the Muslim religion uses the term ulama as a label for its religious scholars. 1. Penalty is the suffering that is inflicted by the state for the transgression of the law. 52. Sharia Islamic law is also known as Sharia law. Sharia means the path to follow God's law. 53. Maritime Industry Authority or the MARENA. It is responsible for integrating development, promotion, and regulation of the maritime industry in the country. 54. National Bureau of Investigation or the NBI. It is responsible for handling and solving major profile cases in the interest of the nation. 55. Department of Justice. It is responsible for handling the rule of law in the Philippines. 56. Retribution is the act of taking revenge upon a criminal perpetrator. 57. Deterrence as a means to which seek to prevent others from making crime or committing crime or repeating criminality. 58. Rehabilitation. It is an attempt to reform criminal offender. It is stated that the reformed criminal offender is said to be rehabilitated. 59. Restoration is the goal of which attempt to make the victim whole again. 60. Reformation. The object of the punishment and criminal case is to correct and reform the offender. 61. Eyewitness. It is a person who sees a crime taking place. 62. Dismissal. It is a termination of formal changes. 63. Affiant. It is the person who makes the affidavit. 64. Defendant. It is the person who alleged to have committed the crime. 65. Affidavit. It is a written statement of fact submitted in the course of a legal proceeding. 66. Detention. It is the act restraining one's liberty. 67. Court. It is a body to which the public administration of justice is delegated. 68. Venue. It refers to the place where the case shall be heard, tried, and decided. 69. Republic Act No. 7160. It is the act providing the Local Government Code of 1991. 70. Warrantless arrest. An arrest may be effective with or without warrant. 71. Filtering. The criminal justice system may be viewed as a filtering process through which cases are screened. 72. Discretion. It is the ability to act according to one's own judgment and conscience. 73. Arrest. It is the taking of person into custody in order that he be bound to answer for the commission of an offense. 74. Acquittal. A disposition of a case after trial when the defendant is found not guilty. 75. Sentence is the penalty imposed by the court upon a person convicted of a crime. Again, this is Regin Sabuero. So those are the 75 definition of terms in criminal justice system. Thank you.